offense underway. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. First down here for this offense. He'll hand it off. The game moves the ball to the 20-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
A gain makes it second and medium. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Here's that defense shifting again. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Moves the ball up to the 30.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
A gain makes it second and medium. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Lets it go quickly. Pass is caught right near the sideline. What a catch. Does get the foot down. The Rebels look to keep this drive moving. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking down. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Looking to scramble. And it's complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Chris, a great ability by this quarterback to get outside of the pocket and place the football right where it needs to be for the first down.
And the Rebels will have 1st and 10 here. Snags the quick throw. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
And the Rebels are in the red zone. Here comes a handoff. And they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Ball handed off. And they finally stop it, but a decent gain that time. An important third down conversion coming here in the red zone.
Cut. 42, Spider.
Keeping it on the ground here. Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him just short of that first down marker.
Now, a fourth down.
They need a yard here on fourth down to keep this drive alive. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
This is why this offense is one of the more dangerous offenses in the country. The quarterback and his legs. It's one thing to try to stop him throwing the football, but you better keep eyes on him because you can see not only can he get out into the open, he has got serious speed to take it to the house.
And he knocks through the PAT. Now they get set to kick it away. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. They give it to the receiver on a jet sweep. They stop him right at the 24.
You know, this is a big part of this offense, not just spreading you vertically downfield by throwing the ball, but these jet sweeps put so much pressure on the defense horizontally. You've got a lot of speed you've got to contain. Here's a great example of getting a player who's got a lot of speed out on the perimeter. Let him do what he does best by getting downfield. Nice play.
And they'll use the ground game here. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage.
Chris, you know, the spread area over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
So a very makeable third down for this offense from the 26-yard line. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
Chris, this one's on the quarterback, in my opinion. He's got to have a better feel and a presence in the pocket to be able to either check it down or get rid of the ball. You just can't take the sack.
He's got an opening. Watch out. He's got great speed. Returner tackle right there. That's when they'll start the drive. Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. First play of the drive, they look to the right. They bring him down after a short gain there.
That's the end of the first quarter. What's the score? Ole Miss 7, Alabama 0.
Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. And there's the handoff. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain. The Rebels looking to crank up the tempo a bit. They're going to throw for it on third and short. Looking to make a big play downfield. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Rebels. Looked like a total bust there. Easy pitch and catch like you'd see in a Tuesday practice.
Yeah, that quarterback's eyes must have lit up on that play because you've got one of your players way downfield without any defender around him.
I wouldn't pay attention to that.
And now the try here for the extra point. The kick sails through, so the lead is 14-0. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They're coming off a 3-and-out, looking to produce a positive drive here. They're going to run it here. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Getting set. Here's second down. Offense looking to throw the ball. Looking to set up a screen pass here. Play never had a chance. Defense grabs him for a loss.
The offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver. But there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now, you're looking at a third down.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last second to give that play a chance. But he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Touchdown, Ole Miss. The special teams with a special play. Well, Kirk, we knew this guy was a dangerous returner. Took the football and just knifed through that coverage team.
You know, a lot of times we talk about vision. Usually we're talking about running backs trying to find a lane. But returners need to have that as well. You just saw how great vision allows this returner to kind of weave his way through the defenders for a touchdown.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And the return man decides to signal fair catch. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3-and-out. Can they put something together in this drive? Gives it to the back. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. With some pre-snap movement. Back in motion. Second down. We're going to throw it. That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
You'll earn the first down, but pay for it with a hard hit.
The key on a drag route is to put the ball out in front of the wide receiver to give him a chance to do what he just did. Pick up some valuable yards after the catch.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Gain of 1. Brings up second down.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Receiver makes the grab. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
Man-to-man coverage, run the drag route. You prefer to get the ball downfield, but the matchup called for at least some positive yards underneath, and he makes a nice throw.
Crucial third down play after that completion. Looking to throw it again. It's a quick grab. And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And, man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
Big man finally brought down by the quarterback. That was a tough assignment.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Second down after that short completion. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up the throw. It's complete. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Fires it on the move. And the pass is intercepted. Coverage that time.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least, a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
And the Ole Miss offense is back out on the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments? Come up with a stop here. The gain is 3 yards. Brings up a second down and 7.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. Crosses the 10. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Rebels.
Yeah, that was almost the entire length of the field. What a play by this offense. A nice throw. But really, it's about the receiver making a catch and showing you what he can do with the ball after.
And they get set now to try the PAT. Attack on the PAT again, and it's 28-0. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get a stop and preserve that momentum. Returner decides to fair catch this. Tide offense onto the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Boy, just a great play by the running back here. Just finding his lanes and exploding through the gap when it opened up.
A solid run, good for first down yardage.
Let's go.
Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he'll be brought down, and that will wrap up the first half of play. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Rebels will kick it deep to begin the second half. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They get the second half started with their running play. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29.
Nice job here of controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
The gain makes it second and medium. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They're going to run it. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. So now it's third and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough fourth down decision? Tight end goes in motion before the snap. It's third down. Quarterback in the shotgun. Oh, that one's picked off. He's got some room and some blockers here. The 10. Return to pick 6. Touchdown, Ole Miss. For the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Automatic in the PAT. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Here's the second down play. Quarterback drops back. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the tackle, but not for a solid gain on that pass.
Here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
On the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Here we go. The coach rolling the dice. 4th and 1 in his own territory. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Loss of 1. Brings up 2nd down.
Backs lined up on either side of the quarterback. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. Costly holding penalty there. Backs him up 10 yards. Now it's 2nd down here. Motion by the back. Defense better adjust. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. It's an out route. The catch made. And it's out of bounds after a decent gain.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this 3rd down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw in this play.
The offense trailing here in the 2nd half. This is a crucial 4th down try. The offense with some pre-snap motion. 4th down, looking to throw for it. And he lofts one deep over the middle. They can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Oh, my gosh, a drop pass here on this 4th down play. Everything was perfect. The execution is there. The route is nice. The ball is on the money. All he has to do is catch it, and it's a first down, and he drops it. This one would come back to haunt him.
And the Rebels offense is back out on the field. They take the field with serious momentum. They have been tough to stop so far. Can they keep it going? Handoff to the left. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Important 2nd down play coming up. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. Tackle made at the 24-yard line. This offense really threatening now.
Whew, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
Got it.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And the single back takes the handoff. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Here we go.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Ole Miss 35, Alabama 0.
Okay,
Here we
ready?
go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Linebacker shifting around now. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Ready up.
And the Rebels pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly. Go.
They'll hand it off. And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And now the handoff. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1. Here we go, third down, close to the goal line. They can still get a first down without scoring. They'll try to run for the first down. Touchdown, Rebels. And this one is getting ugly. Kicking team on now for the extra point. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. They'll return it from inside the 5. Not much on the return. They'll stop him at the 24. Good coverage.
And the Alabama offense will take over. First and 10.
So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. The last possession, they came up empty, went for it on fourth down in their end and got stopped. Pitch play to the back. They'll bring him down right at the 30-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And now they run the draw play. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, has just really been the story of the game. This defense has completely eliminated this offense's ability to run the football, made them one-dimensional, and that's why they haven't been able to put many points on the board.
325.
Caught behind the line. It's Crispin. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Hey, that's a great gain right here for these guys, and it hasn't been a good day, let's face it. But I love the fact that they're still fighting. And a drive like this, who knows what it could do for you. Maybe get points on the board, maybe not able to come back in this game, but man, it could really help you down the road as far as showing what your character is about and how you're not giving up.
Dumps it down to the back. Caught. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Caught over the middle. It's Crispin. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
It is a sack party out there for this defense. Everything going their way. You know that this offense is going to try to throw the football down by such a big margin late in the game. And this defensive line is bringing the heat. They come up with another sack.
And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Looks like he's going to run it. Hit as he released it. Finds room at the 30. Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Touchdown, tie. Strong game by this quarterback.
You know, the most impressive thing to me, Chris, I mean, they're not going to win this football game. I love that they're still fighting. I think that tells you a lot about this team, the character, the culture, the way they're coached. It's not their day, but I'm just impressed that they're still battling out there.
And the extra point was up and good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. It's a squib kick picked up by one of the blockers. Tackle is made at the 38. That's a good kick return.
Ole Miss Rebels will take over. 1st and 10.
And the Rebels offense back out on the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin.
That's the mark of a well-coached team. These guys don't even pay attention to the score. They're just out there executing and churning up yards. Good, solid run there as this clock continues to wind down. This offense has had a great day.
So this one is tucked away. Time for victory formation. And the quarterback just kneels down. Well, frankly, Kirk, we hope for games that are a little bit more suspenseful. This one got out of hand